Just been delivered. Been waiting for this for a few, or maybe a week or so. Got it off eBay. Cost me a tenner. It's quite a rare colour. It's a blue 746 from 1980. But it is an estate. It is an estate. It needs a bath. A lot of fade into this handset. It's a bit worrying and a bit of fade in here. It needs a good clean, a good service. There's a line going to it, which is a start. The dial doesn't work, the bells aren't working inside, so it's going to need a complete overhaul and a good polish and a clean. Let's see what we can do with it. Hi folks, just got this one finished. This took a devil of a time. This one had got all the white stainage on the front. It was all over here. You can still see some there. What I've had to do is polish it, wipe it, polish it, wipe it, polish it, wipe it. I've had to even use, I've got a Bakelite polishing paste. It's quite harsh. It's designed for Bakelite telephones. But I did it, cleaned it, did it, polished it, and it's brought a lot of it off. This is from 1980, 746. It's never going to be the best, but sounds fantastic, this. I had to replace the bell clap, and I'll show you what a bell clap is in a second on this other phone. I had to replace the bell clap, but now I've replaced it. It's working fine. I'll just show you the bell clap. That there is basically your bell clap, and it sits between the two bells there. Basically it vibrates when the phone rings. It vibrates between these two bells. Now obviously the closer you have these bells, the quieter the phone is, so you need to make sure that you've got a nice bit of clearance in between the two bells for it to give a nice ring. If you don't want it that loud, you could turn these bells inwards, and it stifles it. So if you ever get one of these phones and it doesn't ring, when you take the case off, just check the distance between your two bells. It could be something as simple as just move, because over time these move inwards. The bell clap gets stifled and it won't ring. So just move your bells, try that. Very rarely the bell claps will go. They're quite a sturdy piece of equipment. You see it there. There's two wires, and I'll show you them in a minute on the board. This is the only points that are welded. And you have to be very careful with these, because obviously if those welded, soldered wires come off, you're going to have to re-solder them back on again. So this is how it connects. That's the back of your bell clap there. And it connects with two wires. One connects there and one connects there. Now you have to make sure, if you get one of these phones and it doesn't ring, make sure they're all bridged. Now I've got a 3.5k resistor there, which is causing the bridge, but if you don't have one of them, just make sure that this is all bridged between this and this, else it just won't ring. And there's only two wires, there's one there and one there. So check your wires, check that you've got the bridges or a resistor, then it should work, okay? Because what some people do, there's a misconception, is when they want to try and get in the phone, they undo the two screws there. And all those two screws do is hold your bell clap in place. So they undo those two screws, this bell clap falls off, and sometimes it can break the wires. So if you ever get in, there's one way to get in these phones, and the only way is there's a screw at the back which goes there. You undo that one single screw, take it completely out, put a bit of weight down on the dial and just give it a pull up, and the case will come off, and then that gives you access to everything. You don't need to undo anything from the bottom, because all you're going to do is create damage. So that's what I changed over on that one, and it works fine. Sorted. Guys, I forgot to mention, I was going to put it in that video, when you're in the back of these phones, make sure it's disconnected. Never have it connected, because there is a current that runs through this. It comes from your phone line, and it will give you a bit of a nasty kick if you're not careful. So if you're doing this, do not have it connected, okay? I mean, this hasn't got the phone line wire to it, but don't have it connected and start doing this because you're going to give yourself a bit of a shock. So a bit of health and a safety tip there.